How are we going to manage to maintain the equipment that is coming? We have failed to maintain our line. How are we going to manage to maintain the line that will be rehabilitated? Our expectation was that the concessionaire must take full control of the operations, must take full charge of the maintenance, so that they ensure that everything is done and done perfectly well. You know, I indicated that many people have a perception that what Tazara needs is just capital injection. But the biggest problem that we have is the culture. The work culture at Tazara is toxic. And when I say the work culture, I'm talking about starting from the top there, from the managing director to the lowest employee. The way we work, it is not the way people are supposed to work. So the culture is bad, that Tazara needs this culture to be changed for it to thrive. So as the government is looking at concessioning of Tazara, they must look at how are we going to change the culture. Tazara needs to have a fresh start, so that when equipment starts coming in, we have a workforce that is motivated, a workforce that has a new culture that supports production. But to have the same Tazara, we are told Tazara will remain as it is, meaning the structure remains. The structure has been one of the greatest enemies to Tazara. You know, Tazara being a government institution, what we expected was that it would be a plus to Tazara, but it turns out to be the worst enemy to Tazara, just the way the Tazara is structured. So the expectation is that we need to ensure that there is culture change at Tazara. How do we achieve culture change? Tazara must be overhauled. Number one, as they sign the concession agreement, the component of saying the only 200 workers will cross over, it will not provide any improvement to Tazara. What we need is every worker to be declared redundant. When everybody is declared redundant and paid off, then Tazara is restructured. Then people are re-employed on a fresh note under new terms and conditions of service. That way Tazara is going to start on a fresh note and ensure that the investment of $1.4 billion that will be injected into Tazara, it will work to improve Tazara. Otherwise, if I was a concessionaire with this situation in Tazara, I cannot risk $1.4 billion to depend on the maintenance done by Tazara. A Tazara which has been failing all along for more than 20 years. It is too risky. So we want to advise government that government should declare every worker, all the workers redundant, so that Tazara starts on the fresh note. And by the way, why should we keep people struggling with salaries for the next 3 years during the rehabilitation period? What are we going to be doing? So the position that Tazara will remain as it is will be the greatest or the biggest problem to the success of this concession. These other things are okay, but human resource, government need to look at that and protect the investment that is going to be injected in Tazara. Now, when we look at this system, the PPP or whatever, the way it is being looked at, that is the way it's supposed to be. We have this company, it comes and gets 200 workers. Our expectation is that they should manage within the 200 workers. whatever work that